Today's lesson is called A Fascinating Journey to Malaysia. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff.
I'm Roger. Today we're going to continue talking about our trip to Malaysia. Maybe you've been there, maybe you haven't. Maybe in today's program we will inspire you to travel there yourself, either for the first time or for your next trip. But in any case, we've been talking mostly about the sights and sounds of Kuala Lumpur and the things around the city of Kuala Lumpur. We talked about those caves you could go check out, and you could also check out the town of Malacca that probably has lots of old buildings, and of course there's a museum there you can check out as well.
There you go, Malacca. Yes, Malacca and the Strait of Malacca. If you go to Malaysia, you've got to check out that place and also check out the Strait of Malacca, which, like I said last time, is one of the most important shipping channels in the world. It's that important. Throughout history, a lot of people have wanted to control this particular shipping channel. We talked about the British, the Dutch, the Portuguese, the Chinese, and you know what? We can't forget the Islamic influence to be found there in Malaysia as well. How did this come to pass? Well, back in the day, yes, people of the Islamic faith also wanted to come and control the Strait of Malacca. It's just that important a geographic feature here on planet Earth. Anyways, folks, with that, it's time for us to take a short break, but don't go away. When we come back, we'll be talking some more about Malaysia.
Of Malaysia's many popular vacation spots, Georgetown on Penang Island is without parallel. Visitors will be struck by the city's heritage houses, constructed in a mix of British, Malay, Chinese, and Islamic architectural styles, which have earned Georgetown the title of UNESCO World Heritage Site. Many coffee shops, bars, and restaurants now occupy these houses, serving delicious food and beverages in a unique, artsy atmosphere.
各位好，第一部分我们看到单字 parallel， 课文中做名词，指可以相比拟的事物，相似之处。例如 It is possible to draw many social and economic parallels between Taiwan and Japan. 台湾和日本在社会经济方面也许可以找出许多共同点。而 parallel 除了可以当作名词用之外，也可以当作形容词，指平行的、并列的。我们可以说 The artist drew several parallel horizontal lines as a guide to help him achieve proper perspective. 那名艺术家画了几条平行的水平线，帮助他取得适当的视角。另外，补充与 parallel 相关的片语，可以用 without parallel 或 have no parallel 来表示无可匹敌。所以可以说Dyson vacuums are considered to be without parallel for their power and design. 或是 Dyson vacuums are considered to have no parallel for their power and design. Dyson 吸尘器的电力与设计被认为是无可比拟的。接着我们看到一个名词 beverage 指饮料，像是 After a long soccer game, nothing is better than a cold, icy beverage. 漫长的足球赛之后，来杯冰凉的饮料最棒了。
Okay, everybody, if you are in West Malaysia, you might want to head up the west coast there and go to the island of Penang. Okay, so of Malaysia's many popular vacation spots, Georgetown on Penang Island is without parallel. Okay, maybe you've been there. I think it's called Binchang in Chinese. I've talked to a lot of people here in Taiwan, and they've been there. It's a popular vacation spot. It's a popular tourist destination in Malaysia. And it's an island, so the main city there is Georgetown, and it's really special. It's really cool. It's very unique. And it's without parallel. So if we say something is without parallel, we're basically saying there's no other place like it. It's unique. It's one of a kind.
There you go. If you go here, you'll go to a place that is unlike any other place on earth. This place is peerless. It is without parallel. Anyways, moving on, the next sentence says, visitors will be struck by the city's heritage houses, constructed in a mix of British, Malay, Chinese, and Islamic architectural styles, which have earned Georgetown the title of UNESCO World Heritage Site. So there you go. This is definitely a melting pot here, especially when we're talking about these heritage houses, okay? These houses have been constructed in a mix of many different cultural styles or architectural styles. Yes, there's British, Malay, Chinese, and also Islamic influence. How about that? Now, we've got a few things to talk about in this sentence. First of all, it says that visitors will be struck by something. Now, here we're not being literal. No one is going to hit you with a baseball bat or strike you when you go there. Here, we're being very, very figurative, okay? No violence here, okay? If you are struck by something, you're impressed by that thing. You're surprised by that thing. And this thing kind of makes you happy as well. That's important. You're impressed, you're surprised by something because this thing is enjoyable. Now, we also have the verb construct here to talk about. Here, to construct something is to build that thing. If you construct something, you make it, you build it, you put something up by putting stuff together. For instance, you could say, there's a new library being constructed in my neighborhood.
Or the old house is constructed of bricks. It's built of bricks, but in this particular case, we're talking about lots of old houses there. And when you see them, you're going to go, wow, that is so cool. That does ring a bell. I was in Georgetown many years ago, and I kind of forgot all about it. But yes, I do remember now that this article mentions it, that there were lots of cool houses in that town in various architectural styles. So here we've got the word architectural, which means having to do with architecture, which means having to do with the designing and building houses and buildings.
There you go. Moving on, the next sentence says, many coffee shops, bars, and restaurants now occupy these houses, serving delicious food and beverages in a unique, artsy atmosphere. So there you go. You can go here and you can check out these heritage houses. Not only do they look good, not only are they found in a mix of tons of different and cool architectural styles, but they also now contain things that are enjoyable as well. Yes, these heritage houses have been converted into coffee shops, or they contain coffee shops and bars and restaurants and stuff like that. Yes, many coffee shops, bars, and restaurants now occupy these houses, these heritage houses. Now, here we've got the verb occupy. To occupy is to reside in. I believe we talked about the verb reside last time. Yes, to occupy here is to reside in or to take up a space. Yeah, for instance, you could say, a large man with big feet occupied the seat next to mine for the entire flight. Yes, it was awful. The moment that he took his shoes off, I'll never forget it as long as I live.
Well, while you're on an airplane or on a flight there, of course, sometimes if you're taking a flight somewhere and you need to use the bathroom, you might go find the lavatory and there'll be a sign there that says occupied, which means someone is using it. You'll have to wait your turn. So, of course, in these heritage houses, we've got lots of new restaurants and bars and coffee shops and souvenir shops and stuff like that. And, of course, you can pick up a nice beverage in a coffee shop there, which is basically a drink, coffee, tea, whatever. And it's unique there, and it has this unique, special, artsy atmosphere. Artsy means, hey, it's like you've just walked into an artist's studio. It's got nice decorations on the walls and stuff like that. It's oh so cool. The owner might come out wearing a beret and smoking a cigarette. Well, that brings us to the end of the first part of our lesson. Let's continue to talk about Georgetown on the island of Penang in the next part of our lesson.
Georgetown is also a street art lover's paradise, with beautiful murals, some cleverly composed to include 3D objects such as a bicycle or chair, decorating the whole city. These works of art aren't just attractive, for they also shed light on Georgetown's laid-back lifestyle. After taking in some street art, stop by Little India, a neighborhood whose streets are lined with shops selling saris, jewelry, and Indian groceries. While there, don't forget to check out one of the colorful Hindu temples.
第二部分，我们看到名词 mural 有壁画的意思。例如 My favorite artist painted a mural on one of the walls outside the mall. 我最喜欢的画家在商城外的其中一面墙上画了壁画。再来，我们看到一个单字 lifestyle， 这个字是名词，指生活方式。举例来说 Janet has a very healthy lifestyle because she eats well and exercises every day. Janet 有一个很健康的生活方式，因为她吃得好，并且每天运动。另外，补充一个相关的单字 lifetime, L-I-F-E-T-I-M-E, lifetime. 这个字是名词，指一辈子，终生。我们可以说 I'm sure your trip to Paris will be the trip of a lifetime. 我确定你的巴黎之旅会是毕生难忘的。
Okay, let's backtrack a little bit. Okay, on the first part of our lesson, in the very first paragraph, we talked about Malaysia, what Malaysia has. Okay, we talked about modern cities, and we've been to Kuala Lumpur. We've talked about historical buildings, those heritage houses. Well, we haven't talked about stunning nature yet, but hold on. And we also haven't talked about cool street art. So let's go ahead and talk about some street art right now. Apparently in Georgetown there, you can take in some amazing street art. Yes, Georgetown is also a street art lover's paradise with beautiful murals, some cleverly composed to include 3D objects such as a bicycle or chair decorating the whole city. So there you go. Georgetown pretty much has it all, including street art. Anyways, here we're talking about murals that have been cleverly composed. Yes, here to compose something is to be responsible for the creation of a work of art. Okay, very often when we use the word compose, we're using this word to talk about musicians who have written music. But that's not always the case. You can compose a sonnet, let's say, a poem. You can compose a symphony, that would be music, and you can also compose a mural, apparently. Anyways, yes, very simply, if we're talking about art, we're using this word to compose to talk about music. Yes, if you write songs, let's say, you compose those songs. For instance, Mozart composed many symphonies in his short lifetime.
He sure did, and of course we've got artists in Malaysia, in Georgetown, and they have painted murals. They've composed those murals, and they've done so in a clever way. And a mural, of course, just in case you didn't know, is a work of art on a wall, and they're usually outdoors. And these murals will have 3D objects like a bicycle or a chair. So if you look at it, you'll go, wow, that is clever. That is ingenious. I certainly want to take a picture of that. And these murals are all over the city. They are decorating the whole city. And these works of art aren't just attractive, for they also shed light on Georgetown's laid-back lifestyle. So here we've got a phrase to shed light on, which means it kind of gives us a little information. It gives us a hint about the lifestyle of Georgetown. It doesn't come out and tell us exactly what it is, but it's sort of a subtle reminder that this is a place to chill out, to just sit back and watch life go by.
Yeah, these works of art, these murals, they kind of help to explain something about Georgetown, about its laid-back lifestyle. Yeah, we're not being literal here. To shed light on something, that does not mean that we take out a lamp or a spotlight or something and actually shed light on something or shine light on something. No, no, no. To shed light on something or to shine light on something is to explain that thing or to make that thing understandable in some way. For instance, you could say, I'm hoping you can help to shed some light on these problems. I'm having trouble solving them by myself.
That's right. So maybe you don't quite know the nature of this city, but if you see those murals and you hang out at a coffee shop, you'll get the idea that this indeed is a very laid-back place. It's very relaxed, and you might want to spend not only a couple of days there, but maybe a couple of weeks there. It's so laid back, it'll just wipe you out. So here in the next sentence it says, after taking in some street art, stop by Little India, a neighborhood whose streets are lined with shops selling saris, jewelry, and Indian groceries. So, of course, as you know, or if you've ever been to Penang, you know that there is a large percentage of Indian people living there. When I was there, of course, that was a very pleasant surprise to know that there were a lot of people from India there. I thought, ooh, that means there's Indian food here, and I just love Indian food. So, of course, I was one happy boy. So, of course, if you're in Georgetown, you can find this place called Little India, kind of like India Town or Chinatown in the United States or Canada or whatever. So, this particular neighborhood has lots of things from India that you can buy. And, of course, you do this after you take in or enjoy the street art. Maybe you've had enough of those murals and you're thinking, gee, I'm hungry. I want to go to Little India to buy some souvenirs and have some curry.
There you go. And get this. Yes, there's also Indian influence to be had there in Malaysia. So you've got British, Portuguese, Dutch, Malay, Chinese, Islamic, and now also Indian influence. What a melting pot this is. Malaysia is fantastic. Anyways, yes, go ahead and head to Little India. And while there, don't forget to check out one of the colorful Hindu temples. By the way, we are going to talk some more about temples right after a short break. So don't go away. When we come back, yes, we'll be talking about temples.
Speaking of temples, one that shouldn't be missed is Kek Lok Si Temple, built at the foot of a mountain just outside Georgetown. It's Malaysia's largest Buddhist temple complex and contains thousands of statues and carvings. With so many sights to see, Malaysia offers visitors an embarrassment of riches. So don't miss your chance to spend some time there soon.
第三部分我们看到名词 carving 指雕刻品，像是 carvings of flowers decorate the sides of the wooden bookcase。这个木头书柜的侧边装饰着雕花。这边我们补充相关的单字 carve， 这个字是动词，有刻、雕刻之意。我们可以说 In his spare time, Nick carves wooden sculptures。Nick 在空闲时会雕刻木雕品。最后我们看到一个片语 an embarrassment of riches， 表示多到令人难以选择，不胜枚举。例如 The businessman has an embarrassment of riches that he plans to give away after his death。 那名商人家财万贯，他打算在死后将财产全数捐出。
So, while we're talking about temples, one that you shouldn't miss, or one that shouldn't be missed, is Kek Lok Si Temple, built at the foot of a mountain just outside Georgetown. Okay, so this particular temple just happens not to be a Hindu temple. It's actually a Buddhist temple. I think I do remember this temple. It was a must-see in Georgetown there. So, yes, that's why we're saying it shouldn't be missed. You could say it's a must-see. You've got to see this temple. And it's outside of the city. Maybe you need to take a bus to get there. It's right at the foot or right at the bottom of a mountain.
There you go. You'll have to leave Georgetown to get to this temple. It's at the foot of a mountain. So there you go. Venture out of Georgetown. Venture into nature, go see some mountains, and when you get to this mountain, you can also visit this wonderful temple. Yes, it's Malaysia's largest Buddhist temple complex and contains thousands of statues and carvings. So there you have it. It's not just a temple, it's a temple complex. So it's a temple plus many other related things. Yes, it's Malaysia's largest Buddhist temple complex, by the way. So that's pretty cool. There's no bigger Buddhist temple complex in all of Malaysia.
Exactly. So, of course, it's not just one temple, but it has all sorts of buildings. So we're calling it a temple complex, just like Fo Guangshan down in Kaohsiung. That is a temple complex with lots of buildings, statues. And here, of course, we've got statues and carvings, which, of course, are three-dimensional works of art carved from wood or from marble or whatever. Now, here in the final paragraph, it says, with so many sights to see, Malaysia offers visitors an embarrassment of riches. Boy, you don't see that phrase every day. An embarrassment of riches. Of course, that just means lots and lots of things, so many things that you just can't make up your mind what to do. An embarrassment, of course, means something that embarrasses you. Riches are things that make you rich, and you've got so many things, you're actually embarrassed and you just don't know what to do. Gee, where should I start first? This is awesome. I could spend years exploring this town.
Yes, an embarrassment of riches just refers to a situation where you have too much of a good thing. Yes, you have an overabundance of something good or great. It's a great problem to have an embarrassment of riches. Anyways, let's go ahead and wrap up our lesson. The final sentence says, so don't miss your chance to spend some time there soon, there in Malaysia. You won't regret it. All right, folks, with that, our lesson is now in the books. The Chinese teacher is on her way.
各位同学大家好，我是 Hanny。 我们来看今天的文法重点。课文一开始介绍了冰岛的乔治市 Georgetown。 这座城市的古厝呢，融合了英式、马来、中式以及伊斯兰式的建筑风格。那这边有个单字是 construct， 我们来学它的字首字根。好， struct 这个字根呢，它有 pile 或者是 build 的意思，也就是堆叠或是建造。像 structure它就是由 struct 表示建造，再加上名词字尾 ure 而来的，那么这个字就表达结构啊、构造体或是建筑物等等。好，在 construct 这个字当中， con 字首表示一起， struct 表示建造，把它合在一起， construct 就是指建造、建构。那我们再补充其他有相同字根的单字哦。第一个叫做 instruct，它的字首 in 表示在什么什么的上方，那么 struct 表示建造。同学们就试着想啦，人家在执行那些建造工程的时候，那些工人在工作的时候，有人在上面指挥，在上方指挥，那么 instruct 就可以表达说指导、指挥的语义。好，第二个要补充的是 destruction 这个字。 destruction 它的字首 de 表示去除或是否定， struct 表示建造，那么 ion 是名词字尾。当我们把某个构造建筑物把它除掉，那就表示要把它破坏掉咯，所以 destruction 它就有毁灭、破坏的意思。好，第三个要补充的是 obstruct 这个字 obstruct， 它的字首 ob 有妨碍的意思，那么 struct 表示建造，把它合在一起， obstruct 就表示阻止、妨碍，它也有挡住、堵塞的语义。好，课文第三部分一开始提到说起寺庙绝对不能错过的是槟城极乐寺，它是建造在这个乔治市外面一座山脚下。那这边我们要补充的是 speak of 的用法。 speak of 可以用来表达提到、谈到，那课文里面的 speaking of 它是用分词惯用语来当介系词用，就表示提到什么什么，说到什么什么。 speaking of 后面你可以接名词、动名词或者是名词子句，用来引出跟前文相关的其他话题。举例来说 Speaking of food, I'm starting to get hungry. Let's go get something to eat. 说到食物，我开始饿了，我们去吃点东西吧。好，另外 speak of 也可以用来表达说明或是意味着，这时候它的意思就跟 indicate 或是 suggest 差不多，像是 His huge collection of CDs spoke of his love of music。 大量的 CD 唱片收藏说明了他对音乐的喜爱。当你看到那么多 CD， 这就意味着这个人很爱音乐。好，最后再帮同学们补充两个跟 speak of 相关的用语。第一个叫做 speak ill of somebody， 这表示说某人坏话。那相反的 speak well of somebody 就表示说某人好话咯。好，那么第二个补充的是 speak of the devil。 这句是来自 Speak of the devil and he's sure to appear. 谈到恶魔，恶魔就会出现。好，那我们用 Speak of the devil 这个用语呢，就类似中文说的说曹操，曹操到，说人人到。这个用语你也可以把它说成 Talk of the devil。好，以上是今天的重点整理，我们回顾今天的单字吧。
Parallel. The destruction caused by the Category 5 hurricane was without parallel. Construct. Taipei 101 was constructed to be able to stand strong winds and earthquakes. Architectural. The college's newest building was designed in a different architectural style from the rest. Occupy. The surface of the desk was occupied by books and stacks of paper. Beverage. If you order the set menu, you have a choice of several different beverages to go with your meal. Compose. The artist composed his paintings in ways that were very unusual at the time. Lifestyle. Caitlin wants nothing more than to enjoy a comfortable, worry-free lifestyle. Carving. The room was decorated with several simple wooden carvings of various animals.
Discussion starter starts now.
Here's our discussion starter for today. The question is for you to answer. What do you think is most unique about Malaysia?
Oh, the mix of cultures there in Malaysia makes Malaysia a special place because there's no other place like this on planet Earth. The Strait of Malacca there has attracted people from all over the world throughout history. And yes, they have forged an amazing blend of cultures there that you can't see anywhere else.
Well, to me, Malaysia is a place like none other because of its natural environment. Yes, it's got the cities, it's got the different cultures, but of course it's got lots of nature reserves, wild animals, you can go bird watching, you can try various kinds of fruit, and that, of course, to me, is something that makes it worth going to.
Okay, everyone. With that, today's article is now complete. But, as always, we sure hope that you guys have enjoyed reading along with us. Anyways, I'm Jeff.
I am Roger.
See you next time.